The Great Hall of the Galactic Council had never been so silent. Ambassador Krelthar of the Xenathi Collective shifted uncomfortably in his crystalline seat, his four eyes blinking in disbelief at the human standing before them. The chamber, carved from a single asteroid and adorned with the flags of 300 starfaring civilizations, seemed to hold its breath. Ambassador Chen Wei stood alone at the speaker's podium, her dark suit a stark contrast to the elaborate robes and exoskeletons worn by the council members. She held no weapons, carried no entourage, and her face bore an expression that had become disturbingly familiar to the council over the past 6 months: absolute resolve. "Let me understand this correctly," High Chancellor Vordan began, his tentacles undulating with barely contained frustration. "We offer humanity full membership in the Galactic Council. We offer access to technologies that would advance your civilization by millennia. We offer protection under the Unified Defense Pact, trade agreements that would make your species wealthy beyond imagination, and cultural exchange that would enlighten your people." He paused, his massive form leaning forward. "And you? Reject it all?" Chen's response was immediate and unwavering. "Yes." A cacophony erupted throughout the hall. The Xentathi delegates chittered in their musical language. The silicon-based Krevlons emitted distressed frequency pulses. Even the usually stoic Helixians coiled and uncoiled in agitation. "This is madness," Krelthar shouted above the din. "Your species discovered faster than light travel barely 50 years ago. You have colonies on only 12 worlds. The Vorgan Empire has already marked your space for expansion, and without our protection, we'll handle the Vorgans ourselves," Chen interrupted calmly. The chamber fell silent once more. High Chancellor Vordan's skin shifted through several colors, a sign of deep confusion among his kind. "You cannot possibly believe you can stand against the Vorgans. They have conquered 200 systems. Their military is—" "We've read the reports," Chen said. "We know exactly what the Vorgans are capable of. We also know what the Council's protection truly means." She tapped a button on her wrist device and a holographic display materialized above the assembly. It showed images of dozens of civilizations, each one at different stages of development, or rather stagnation. "The Trellix," Chen began, pointing to the first image, "accepted council membership 400 years ago. Their technology has remained virtually unchanged since then. Why? Because council regulations prohibit them from developing weapons technology that might destabilize regional security." She moved to the next image. The Porthians, brilliant engineers who once competed with the Xenathi for innovation supremacy. After joining the council, they were assigned the role of artisan world. Their scientists now make decorative sculptures for wealthy council members. Krelthar rose to his full height. "Those civilizations found their proper place in the galactic community." "Not every species can be what? Independent?" Chen's voice cut like steel. "You've built a hierarchy, Chancellor. A cosmic caste system where the founding species maintain their position at the top by ensuring no one else can challenge them. Your protection is a gilded cage. How dare you?" another delegate shouted. "We've maintained peace for over 3,000 years. "Peace," Chen repeated, letting the word hang in the air. "Yes, you've achieved peace. The peace of submission, the peace of stagnation, the peace of a universe where ambition is regulated, innovation is controlled, and freedom is traded for security." High Chancellor Vordan's voice dropped to a dangerous rumble. "And what will you do when the Vorgans arrive at Earth? When their battle fleets darken your skies? You'll have no allies, no support, no hope." For the first time, Chen smiled. It wasn't a friendly expression. "We've been preparing for that possibility since the day we learned we weren't alone in the universe," she said. "Humanity has spent 50 years doing what you've apparently forgotten how to do. We've innovated. While you were debating trade regulations and cultural exchange protocols, we were building. While you were maintaining your precious stability, we were adapting." She brought up another holographic display, this one showing schematics that made several council members lean forward with sudden interest. "These are our defensive platforms. They use principles that aren't in your databases because we developed them ourselves. We don't have ancient technology handed down to us. We don't have the luxury of stagnation. Every advantage we have, we earned through our own effort and ingenuity." "You'll be destroyed," Krelthar said quietly. "Even with your innovations, you cannot stand alone against the galaxy." "Perhaps," Chen acknowledged. but we'll stand or fall on our own terms. We'll face whatever comes with our freedom intact, our future our own to determine. That's worth more to humanity than all the safety and technology you're offering." She gathered her materials and prepared to leave. "We're not rejecting you because we hate you or because we're foolish. We're rejecting you because we've studied your counsel carefully, and we've learned an important lesson from galactic history. Civilizations that trade their independence for security end up with neither." As Chen walked toward the exit, her footsteps echoing in the stunned silence, High Chancellor Vordan called out one last time, "When you fail, and you will fail, don't expect the Council to save you." Chen paused at the doorway and looked back. "Chancellor, if we fail, it won't be because we weren't strong enough or smart enough. It will be because the challenges we faced were insurmountable. But at least we'll fail trying, not die slowly in comfortable chains." She left the chamber, leaving behind 300 civilizations to contemplate something they hadn't considered in millennia, that perhaps safety wasn't worth the cost they'd been paying. In the weeks that followed, something unexpected happened. The Trellics quietly began researching technologies outside their designated parameters. The Porthians dusted off old engineering texts their grandparents had written. Small civilizations across the galaxy, watching humanity's defiant stand, began to ask questions their governments couldn't comfortably answer. The Galactic Council had maintained peace for 3,000 years by ensuring no one could threaten it. Now a young species from a backwater world had done something far more dangerous than declare war. They had chosen freedom. And across the galaxy, others were beginning to wonder if they should do the same.